everyone, and welcome to our recap of the 2018 LIBERO User Group. The Tweed Heads location for the 25th and 26th of November was a pretty typical hot and sunny couple of days. We've had a massive couple of weeks getting ready for this and falling out, so hopefully I can keep it all together and keep going. I hope everyone got a chance to explore everything around there and a little quick to the beach. Say hi to us in the chat panel. We have the whole team online and ready to take any questions or comments that you have out there. We really appreciate any feedback that you guys can give us through there. In this episode, I have a few demos of the rehash of some of our presentations we presented at the user group. Just the most important and interesting bits, not absolutely everything. And we can also grab, if you want to, a copy of our presentation slides on our help center. That's up there, ready to go when you download the so let's get into the recap. Okay, so we'll go on to the next slide. So Dominic presented our eLibrary solution. So in a nutshell, the benefits of eLibrary will include one-click downloads when logged in, quick view of availability via the vendor's APIs. You get to stay within the LIBERO WebOPAC and not have to point your users to search and download outside of the application. They can, of course, do that, but for some of the other users that just a little bit like it easy and quick and simple, you can see all of that within the application. It will be a much visually appealing display to search and discover and explore all of the different resources you have available there. The vendors will supply the cover art and the metadata, and all of the information from the API, we will grab as much of that and harvest all of that regularly. So there will no longer be any imports required by the library. It will all happen automatically and on the fly. So our first few libraries, we will be working with Wheelers, Blender, Zinio, and Overdrive. So we've got those connectors currently in our test area, and we'll be hopefully rolling that out to beta and our few test libraries shortly. So now to the demo. We might take a look at that in a minute. It will look a little bit different to what you saw at the user group. The layout and the colouring is a little bit different, so let us know what you think in the chat line.
In a nutshell, when you just hop onto the eLibrary page, it just pops up with a view of a random selection of items in this initial prototype. At the moment, we've got e-resources from different providers, including Wheelers, Belinda, Overdrive, and Zinio. So by just clicking on any of these, I can already limit them to results from Wheelers only and further narrow them down to a specific year range. I can also then go in and say that I want confused cow, for example. So I just type in confused, and confused cow is the only result. Somebody has already borrowed this item here. I would have to click on reserve. So that's automatically detected by doing a circulation check with Wheelers. If I go and have a look at any of the others, they all say read now because all of these are available. If I click on read now, issuing the item, just a moment, and it immediately pops up a tab. I may have to log in if I haven't logged into Wheelers before. For Belinda, we've done something like, for example, if you've got an audiobook, it'll say listen now. If you've got an ebook, it'll say read now. Zinio, Australian Natural Health Magazine, for example, from December 1st, 2017. That on your tablet or phone, it would send you straight to the app if the app is installed. If not, it'll most likely ask you to install the app.
You're back online with me? Yep. So that was our quick little recap on the eLibrary. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get a bit of feedback saying it was too fast, but of course this is recorded, so play it back, stop it, slow it down, rewind it, do whatever you need when you get to a chance to watch this back. The next presentation we had was from Jeremy, our new LIBERO consultant. So he went through the benefits of online registration and re-registration. So he's got quite a few tips and tricks sitting in his PDFs on our help centre. So they got a lot of screenshots and recommendations for the required parameters. We've got special ideas that you need to consider for layout of the membership forms, setup, and also planning your workflow. So have a thought about how you'd like that area to work and the access that members need to get once they join the library, and then make the system do that workflow. So check out the complete PDF slides that we have in our help centre for all of the details. And we did have an extra comment on the feedback forms that we received during our presentations. For some extra development in that area. So don't forget to post that in our forum if you're interested in email validation and or anything else to do with the online. Next slide, we've got our e-messaging and notifications. Carolyn, and at the end we had a little sneak peek from someone's workflow. So the notification setup and maintenance that Carolyn covered contains a lot of details, and the presentation slides have screenshots on how you should set your parameters up for that, and new options for emailing and SMS that we have under development. So that'll be a great eye on in the next few releases. We make that available to us. So Sonia presented her application. What was that called? Visual Cut. So her workflow process seemed to be like a 4-step task, where the final notice was they sent and final notice at all 3, and she was just creating that as the review notice report. She ran that in Crystal Reports and then opened that up in the application called Visual Cut. We have a little link to that in our help centre for anyone that's interested in taking that product as well. And what that does is the burst sends out emails and the PDF attachment of the final invoice notice to your patron. So they'll be receiving little notices like you get your electricity bill, your phone bill. So you can really save on posting and time it takes to get that information out to your members. Our next presentation, we had a little demo on the report scheduling that we had previously presented at our last LIBERO TV episode. So we mentioned a number of report schedulers then, and selected a preferred one that you guys should come and check out. And Renette was actually available to set that up with us. So Jeremy went through the configuration net at Waverley Library. So we'll be able to see our next slide's got some details about the Smart Report Organizer product. So if you're interested in getting a hand to set this up at your library, let us know and we can arrange a consultation with our team. So it'll be just a little quick PowerPoint presentation or consultation on getting a demo of this version set up, or we can go through the entire process and get your daily, weekly, monthly and yearly stats put in there. So you can have that automatically emailed or sent to a network drive. It will save you a lot of time, so you can not worry about those monthly tasks and rolls around. Our next presentation was from Kay Weaver at Narrogin Library. So we really thank Kay for coming across from WA to talk about the history of Narrogin Library and also the region itself. Kay shared many fascinating tales about the region and the multi-award winning project she's undertaken there at the library. Kay's probably about to board the Indian Pacific train to Perth right now, so she won't be on here to be able to chat to, but we'll catch up with her. We wish her a safe journey and good luck with the sensory garden project that she's trying to get off the ground there at the library. The new WebOPAC. So our team of developers and web consultants, that was Dan, Alec, and I. But Dan, our web developer, Jeremy, our consultant for LIBERO support, and Dominic, almost forgot. So what they did, they had quite a detailed presentation on what we're covering for the new WebOPAC and how we're taking our time to really build and identify what each library needs and put that into the system and make sure that we're got a little demo that shows the amazing power of the grouping product.
The problem with a lot of the more advanced grouping features is that there's a lot of back-end work that needs to go in from the libraries to categorize different things really well in order for them to be useful. At the other end, you've got patrons who are now used to things like the groupings they get on Netflix, this kind of thing, the nice display that Netflix is able to offer because they put in so much time into creating their categories. So with the result set that we get back from LIBERO, we can do things on the fly. So Grisham, immediately I just typed in Grisham, and with the entire result set of a few hundred items, we've gone in here and grouped them magically. And this is literally the bibliographic database that hasn't been touched at all. Like, we haven't gone in there and cleaned it up at all. And immediately
get to the end of that one? Yeah. Okay. So that covered the amazing grouping functionality that we have on an ultimate results display. So we'll be putting some more time and effort into that to that's up scratch to list out to everybody. This we have it completed for you. The next few slides showcase what we've done for the new WebOPAC overall. So here we're looking at the landing page. So we want you to be able to log in immediately and create more of a customized personal experience for the system. So you'll be able to get, look at the next slide, the personal carousels, wish lists, renewals. Of course, if you don't log in, you don't lose out in any functionality. You'll just have the next carousel slide up. If you've got any outstanding items, they'll appear there, and you'll be able to do really easy things getting into the access. So we're trying to make it a more visual display. You'll still have the complete functionality of going through advanced searching, filtering, but this should be a more interesting landing page for your customer to get into. The next area we're looking at is the member services side. So how they get access to all the different tasks they need to perform on the catalogues. They'll want to see their current loans and their history and member statement. If you have access to all of those settings, they will come up here as options in the members menu. And it's got a real similar feel to any other WebOPAC website layout that members would be familiar with logging into and using just a. And we're really excited about this member statement. So we want to make sure that your members are aware of the services and benefit that they're getting out of the system. So here we can see sort of an overview of how much their members use the library. So see that they've loaned 72 items. We've got a total page count, a total value of all the items they've loaned, how many times they've accessed the loan. So that's just a little fun thing to maybe even turn into a game and give prizes or different level badges for your members. Get the gold star in the library. Our final presentation was for the first day was on the business intelligence software. So this will give you a quick answer to all of your critical business questions. So I'm sure out there you've had that 3 p.m. request for some type of stats to get into a report for your manager, and this will hopefully alleviate some of that pressure for you. It will reduce the time spent on data entry and manipulation, so you won't have months and days to wait to get to the information that you really need your hands on. You can benchmark for continuous improvement and do some long-term tracking to help you plan your staff resources. Identify areas to focus your budget allocation and align your activities with strategy. Go into a demo.
We will start you off with a set of pre-built dashboards. Each dashboard has a flexible graphical layout so you can quickly see trends and dips. Our BI dashboards will be suitable for visual exploration, passive users, up to data analysts. The solution will be offered as an entirely managed hosted system. You won't need to worry about data exports and upgrades. The BI dashboard is where you can begin with top-down, metrics-driven reporting, where we know in advance what things you want to monitor and extract. What we're looking at now is a set of sample data from our beta test site, Riverina. You can use our business intelligence data to obtain quick answers to critical business decisions. Measure, track performance, identify gaps, gain in-depth insights into members and your collection. Set benchmarks for continuous improvement. See exactly what is happening at your library daily, weekly, monthly, or year over year. When on the dashboard, we can filter simply by time, by dragging time ranges, or by selecting legend groups. Here we have a time range timestamp and a member category limit. As you make filter selections, all visualizations on the dashboard update and adjust to the new limits. Filters can also be manually added. Business intelligence is about providing the right data at the right time to the right people so they can make the right decisions. This is just the beginning of a new and exciting way to work with LIBERO.
Okay, so that's it for our recap on the presentations at the 2018 LIBERO User Group. I'll just finish off with a little picture that we took with Marshall Breeding and the current LIBERO User Group committee. So we've got all our members there with Marshall in the centre. It was really great to hear him talk, and we got some amazing feedback from the customers. The Marshall that we had at our user group. So if you've got any questions or feedback, remember the team's always here to answer any questions you have, and we hope to see everybody at next year's user group. See you later.